right now, you see these strikers, they're actually coming into the street, blocking it off to make their point.
Papers I broke down yesterday show money going towards things like digital learning devices, contact tracing, and support for counselors and social workers. Tonight, what you asked for, and did the district deliver?
Is this the progress that you're looking for, not only here in Las Vegas, but throughout the country?
Mr. Rodan, are you providing any comment against the allegation against you of murder?
No, he doesn't.
More family and loved ones of Tamitha Tazi continue to mourn the loss after her alleged killer was arrested in Mexico. Unfortunately, another life was lost while the manhunt for the suspect was underway.
Do you think the pressure from Formula One will help your message get across to get that contract asking?
We want this message to go around the world. If you're coming to the Virgin Hotel, check out.
Tiffany, you know this is not the process to request.
I've been sending you emails for months now, and you don't respond to any of my emails or interview requests, so this is the only option.
Guys, you need to back away.
Can you share why you're not being transparent with the community about the Katie Williams situation? Good afternoon, I'm Tiffany Lane. Now let's get straight to that breaking news we mentioned of the firefighters battling a fire near the Palms. Details are just coming in. News 3's Kyle Wilcox joins us live.
I am joined here by Minister Stretch Sanders. Now, you are an activist, very well known in this community. Why was it important to be part of this cause here today?
The court ordered that today is the day that we are supposed to have access to that body camera footage, at least the ACLU is, and we've been messaging back and forth for hours. I've reached out to the school district several times, no response from them. Finally, I heard from the ACLU of Nevada that's representing the students slammed to the ground in the video. They're saying they did get that footage. It's a dinner gala, and we are expected to hear from Florida Governor Ron DeSantis as well as former Ambassador Nikki Haley. After that suspect killed his mother, he went on a crime spree involving 4 locations. He ended up here at Durango and Blue Diamond. Now, I want to get in closer on this van behind me. This is the van in which that suspect died. Now, the district is telling me that the cause of this is actually lower enrollment than expected because every student that comes to a school, money comes with them. We're just at the airport where they dropped off President Joe Biden. Now, this is ending his visit to Las Vegas early because we found out recently that he has tested positive for COVID. 2022 Billboard Music Awards have wrapped up, but not until we spoke with your favorite stars here on the red carpet. Take a listen to what they said about being in the entertainment capital of the world. This Tuesday will welcome Nowruz, the Persian New Year, something Iranians and various ethnic groups in the Vegas Valley and across the world will be celebrating, including my family. Tonight we're celebrating early in the Channel 3 studio.
Good. And you know what? Not only is he an amazing singer, but his dance moves, I mean, I've tried them. I've tried them at home. Not so good. Yeah, they're not so good, but I'll be dancing while watching the game.
Michelle is she's a dancer.
What? Now let's go over here. We got some Who are you most excited to see today?
Asia Wilson all day.
Now we take you live atop one of the most iconic locations in Las Vegas, the Foundation Room at Mandalay Bay. Now look at our Andrew Namora. He is just always ready to party. Good evening. Now that man was 39-year-old Jerry Lopez, a husband and father of 7. His wife doesn't want him to be remembered as a victim of this senseless crime, but for the selfless person he was for his family and community.
I would give anything to have 5 more minutes or tell you not to walk out that door.
Karen Lopez is still trying to get over the shock that her husband won't be returning home.
I just wish that I could at least say goodbye to him, tell him one last time that I loved him.
Jerry Lopez was killed early Wednesday morning on his way to work during a carjacking near Durango and Blue Diamond. After police say a suspect shot his mother to death and then went on a carjacking spree. Karen says Jerry pulled over after he saw police cars trying to be a good citizen.
The guy just walked up and shot my husband and threw him out of the car and stole our vehicles.
Nevada State Police shot at that white van as it took off, eventually stalling nearby, and after a barricade, the suspect was found dead in that car. Karen says it took several hours to figure out Jerry was killed in this horrific incident. She says at one point, she received a call that Jerry wasn't at work, something he would never miss. Then a coworker received an alert about a shooting near their home.
I pinged Jerry's phone because we share our location, and it showed that Jerry's location was there. So I got in my car.
After rushing to the crime scene, police told Karen Jerry's van was involved in the incident, but nothing more.
She had to wait about 5 hours before finally getting the devastating news.
It just feels like something out of a movie that I just want to wake up from a nightmare. Just never thought you'd be in this position.
Karen has had to have difficult conversations with her young children. She and Jerry had a miracle baby 11 years ago after she was told they wouldn't be able to have children. And just 2 years ago, they adopted 6 more children through the Clark County foster system. Kids who will now be without a father.
He was my everything. He was the most amazing husband and father. He gave to so many. He was the most selfless man I've ever met. He loved our kids. Our kids were his whole world.
Karen has been a stay-at-home mom taking care of their children while Jerry was at work. She says on top of the emotional toll from his death, she also worries about providing for her kids.
I also homeschool all 7 of them as well. So, I mean, it's just a challenge every which way. And now, I mean, I'm going to have no insurance, no nothing. So I'm just going to have to figure out an income.
But she says the community support from her church and friends has helped at the most difficult time, as it won't be easy without the support of the person she fell in love with 14 years ago.
I just never think one day that'll be your reality, that it's ever going to be you. We're supposed to grow old together. That was our plan.
And Jim, I spoke with Zachary Adolph, and he says that he's lived at that encampment for quite some time now. He says those who do live there consider each other family, and now that family continues to move around in fear that the suspect is still on the loose.
I have no control of my life at that point. I had no control.
Zachary Adolph describes the moment his homeless encampment was being shot at while he was sleeping inside his tent back in an encampment in the East Valley on December 1st.
I had no idea where the gunshots were coming from. I didn't know how close he was, if it was a woman, a male, I had no idea.
Zachary, who did not want to show his face in fear of retaliation, says his first instinct was to protect his girlfriend.
I rolled over on top of her and my dog, and next thing you know, I just, feel great pain in my leg, and the gunshots kept ringing out.
Zachary says he was shot in his leg.
I've never felt something like that. My whole leg was just misshaped, and the bullet hole is actually on the top of my thigh.
He says some of his campmates were in worse shape.
I saw our buddy Dave walk out in the street saying, because they were asking anybody else get shot, and he walked out, said, I got shot in my arm, and then somebody cried out on the backside of my tent saying that Tim was in serious need, and he's the one that got shot in the chest.
Metro Police said 1 person died. 4, including Zachary, were rushed to the hospital. Zachary says he was released 3 days later after surgery on a shattered femur, where he now has a titanium rod. Now only able to get around in a wheelchair or short distances in a walker, and unable to afford his pain medication and antibiotics. While the pain continues, his worst fear is the suspect seen running away and getting into a black SUV in this surveillance video being still on the loose.
Especially the first few nights, I woke up 20 times, freaking out. And I would make them move our homeless camp. In the middle of the night, didn't matter what time it was, because I'd feel so unsafe. Where are you going? Where are you going?
Zachary says being in a visible encampment used to make him feel safer because more people were around. But now he and his group continue to hide.
I don't like being back here at all. I'd rather be out, right in the public's eye. But hell, that didn't matter that night that I got shot,
He and others in his camp hoping for answers on why this all happened.
Our best assumption is somebody that recently came back in or was new, had some problems.
And until the shooter is caught, they will continue to protect their own.
I have pretty good family out here, They're crazy, but they've got my back,
Now, Metro Police is continuing to ask for the public's help in identifying the suspect or anyone who has any information in this investigation. We provided a number inside the story on news3lv.com. Reporting live from downtown Las Vegas, I'm Tiffany Lane for News 3. I want you to see the disturbing situation this family has in their living room. When you're looking at the carpet and you're standing in it, you are literally standing in puddles. This family says it's inhumane to have to live in these conditions, and their property manager and their landlord have yet to fix anything.
Bill Kasimoff received a letter from the Las Vegas Valley Water District on June 20th saying his water usage seemed excessively high and to check for a leak or he could be fined. Kasimoff reached out to his property manager immediately. The company is Reese's Real Estate and Property Management. He says over the next few days in follow-ups to Reese's, 2 plumbers stopped by his home recommending the pipes in his house be replaced. By early July, there was water in his living room carpet and still no action. Kasimoff says he has a $1,700 water bill. He needs to pay his rent, and he's worried about how his family will survive this, saying the maintenance issues have gotten out of hand.
We've been living here for 14 years, and every time we've had a plumbing issue, you can see because they replaced this carpet's different carpet than the bedrooms because they wouldn't replace it all. We put some of the duct tape down because they didn't replace the tacks. They used the original tacks that were there, so we started stepping on the tacks. So I put the duct tape down so at least we wouldn't hurt our feet.
Yesterday, he reached out to Reese's again, and I contacted them as well. By Friday morning, I called them, and within an hour, a member of the team was at the house. He refused to speak with me, but Kasimoff says he's cautiously optimistic as they still wait for the actual repairs to be done so that they can all have a livable home.
And even though the property management company refused to answer any of our questions today, we will keep digging until we get answers for this family. Reporting from the Northwest Valley, I'm Tiffany Lane for News 3.